Which did you like better, Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back?
Empire.
Blasphemy.
All Jedi had was a bunch of Muppets.
Boring conversation anyway.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another boring conversation toy review. Today we're going over the N-1 Starfighter from the Mandalorian. This is a great looking ship and it comes with the Mando action figure. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the figure and then we're going to build the ship and then we'll take a look at it after it's all done. Alright guys, see you on the flip side. Okay, let's take a look at the action figure. This was packed in, Grogu, and all the accessories. You see the card art. And there's the back of the card. Alright, so let's open it up and see what he all comes with. Alright, so this looks like the same Mandalorian from the rescue pack. It has the soft cape, tattered up with the holes in it. It's got a good metallic paint on the helmet and the chest and anything that's Beskar. It looks good. And there's a good wash on it too, give it some dirt. The accessories came with a jet pack, which, you know, is a little plain. You could probably paint that up a little bit, make it a little bit more look used. But we got the jetpack, Beskar spear, his pistol, Darksaber, and a vibro knife, dagger, whatever you want to call it. So that looks pretty cool. The accessories are pretty good. Is there a spot for the knife? I don't see one on the belt. There's a place for the blaster. How do we get that in there? I don't see anything on the boot or anything like that for the vibro blade. I know all these accessories plus the rifle that he used to have can be stored in the ship. So now after looking at the figure, we're going to go build the ship and then we'll take a look at it. All right, let's talk about the ship. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I was building this, there was a compartment in the box that had a bunch of white bags and it had the pieces to put the ship together. And I got 2 bags of the same, which was this piece here to cover the engines, and then this piece from New Hope from the garbage compactor scene. So this actually slides into the tail back in here, slides into the body, and then you just never see it again. But luckily, for some reason, they packed 2 bags in for mine. I've been hearing everybody else say there's only been 1, so you had to decide what engine you wanted to put it on. And I was lucky enough to get 2 and to get 2 of these. So I got this extra that I could use for something else. So that's cool. But let's take a look at the ship now. The stand is awesome. You can position it to where you want it. Get some dynamic views from it. That's cool. Looking at the ship, it's got this great silver paint in the front here, and then on the tail back here. But the rest of it is that gray. I would have loved for it to be the whole thing like that, but I guess that's why it's 130 and the Razor Crest was 350, right? So when you put it side by side with the Razor Crest, you can tell the difference. It still looks cool, but it would have been great to have it be the whole way through. So let's take a look at this whole thing here. Now, this is cool here. You got Grogu up top with the little dome, and then there's a little peg hole for him, and then this pops out, which you can see inside of it. It's a little peg there, so he can get nice and snug in there, and he's not going anywhere, and he's right up against the glass. So that's cool. But then if you have a Build-A-Droid figure, you can take the head off, and then with the other piece they gave you, which looks like this, you can put that droid's head right in there, and then put it in place. Here we go. Of course I'm messing this up. There it is. Okay, all set. All right, now let's take a look at the cockpit. You can slide the glass down, which is really cool. But the easy way to get the figure in is to pull the whole thing up. And then that's how you can get the Jaren in there. And then here, you have slots for all the weapons. And they have it in the instructions of where to put each one. They all clip in and stay in place. So we could take the Darksaber, and you can put it right there, and then it clips right in there. If I had the rifle out, I'd be able to put the rifle out. The spear goes this way, and it clicks right in there. And then the rifle would be next, and then after the rifle would be the vibro knife, which is the smallest thing, and that clips right up top there. And it holds everything in snug. And then you would just put the, I believe you put it in this way for the jetpack. And it should close. I'm going to see how that works. Yeah, it closes like that. So let's just take a look at that again. So it holds all the pieces. That's a pretty cool idea to give us that. Especially since the spear is already gone and so is the rifle. And then you can get a look on the inside of the cockpit. Not a ton of paint on it. It's just some different colored plastic. Brown plastic, blue plastic. And I think those little blue might be a little bit of paint right there. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could weather it up. You could add some stuff to it. It does what it needs to do. And then we'll just take a look at the rest of the ship. Give you some close-ups of it. This back is like a copper color, which looks really cool. You can see that pop off right there. That's cool. Got the dirt in here and like the flame, I guess, like from the heat, changing colors there. I'll pepped it off. You see a little bit like it's kind of an orange red in the engine. So that's cool. And then it's got the big motor up front that just snaps in right there. And then going back on this place, same thing where you can see the reddish orange engine bits It looks great. I love it. And also, too, with the stand, you know, this is a great stand for display. But then it also has a stand if you want to like, work it into hover mode for in a diorama or something. So we'll take a look at that. And then that's really cool because then you could have the surrounding, you know, figures around it and pop this off and you could have R5 running around. So it looks cool. I like that idea. And I mean, I think I'm probably going to display mine with the R5 head and then have Grogu in the cockpit with the Mandalorian. That's probably what I'm going to do. But it's a cool looking ship. I'm glad we got it. I love getting vehicles. It's so far and few betweens, and I'm just glad we're getting them. So this is a good one. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next show. Take care.